Hi everybody, welcome back to musicmoose.org. I got to tell you what, we've been recording here all day with Jeff Wisor. This is Jeff Wisor, who's teaching fiddle here on the Moose. And man, we just had a good time today. Jeff got here early this morning and we've been at it all day long. And Jeff was gracious enough to let me lay some guitar tracks down behind him for his fiddle series, all his fiddle lessons, and we just had a blast picking together here today. And I'd just like to say, if any of you out there, any of you banjo players or guitar players or mandolin players know of any fiddle players or perhaps fiddle associations near you, sure would appreciate it if you'd tell them about Jeff just laying down some great stuff on the fiddle, just playing slow versions and just a visual and with the audio, just hearing what he's playing. So if anybody of you know any fiddle players who might be interested in just hearing some great old-time fiddle, bluegrass fiddle, and a lot more, I sure would appreciate it if you'd tell them about Jeff's series here on the Moose. Now we're going to play just a couple tunes that I just learned here a couple hours ago from Jeff.
A couple of minutes ago.
That we're gonna play just like they did a long time ago with just the fiddle and the band.
Yeah, just they couldn't afford guitar players back then. You know?
Yeah, and that's what they did. They played for square dances, and you know, if there was a fiddle and a banjo player around, that's what they would do.
Right. I got a little neat story. Can I tell real quick?
Oh, absolutely.
My dad used to fiddle for square dances when he was a kid, back in probably the 20s or the teens. And he told me that a lot of times when he'd go fiddle for a square dance, there would be just him and the caller, no band. He was the band, he played the fiddle, and the guy called square dances.
Wow.
And I said, well, gee, Dad, I said, what kind of money did they pay you back in those days? He said, well, that was Depression. He said, a lot of times when we played square dances, we got paid with buttons and pins. He said, but one time, my dad told me, he said, he'll never forget he played this one square dance, and they paid him in spaghetti and meatballs. I said, how'd you do that, Dad? He said, well, I carried my fiddle and my bow home in one hand, and I put the spaghetti in my fiddle case. I thought, oh, that's a good idea. But this first tune that we're going to do here, I learned from my dad, actually. It's called Kingdom Comin', and it's kind of a good old-timey tune in the key of A.
You just bear with me now here,
Okay,
Jeff.
let's bear with each other. Ready? Okay, here we go. All right.
Yeah, we're going to play another one, right?
Yeah, we might as well do it.
And this was in B flat.
Yeah,
right?
This is in B flat. I think I learned this from a recording. Big Joe Green did this tune. It's called Daly's Reel. It's in the key of B flat.
Let me get tuned up here a little bit.
This is really not a lot of fiddle tunes in B flat. New Camp Town Races, and
yeah,
this one here, I don't think I know any others in B flat, but these two I know, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll
do. I heard him play it before. Just to
Daly's Reel. Okay, ready?
Moose, and we'll see you next time right here.
All right.